So today's the last day. I'm so sad. It's the last day of Chandra week. I think this has been my favorite week ever. And now it's almost over. But we have one video left, and we're gonna take a look at all the past Chandras that there have been. There's only 3, and some of them aren't very good, but you know, it's really hard to make a good red planeswalker, I think. Just because they're all too slow. When I play red, I play aggro. And it has to be fast. So, we're going to look at them anyway, because why not? I mean, it's fun to look at old Magic cards and see what they do and see how awful or how we've improved and things like that. So, the first one is Chandra Ablaze. It is 6 mana. Oh my goodness, that is so much. 4 colorless, 2 red, starts off with 5 loyalty. Her +1, you discard a card. If it's a red one, she does 4 damage to target creature or player. You're losing resources pretty quickly, and you know, I mean, if it's an extra land that you didn't need, although you probably won't have anything left in your hand on turn 6 at that point, and that becomes rather difficult. So I guess if you're playing off the top of your deck and you get a crappy card, that's cool. If you're playing multicolors, yeah, this not that great. So yeah, that's her +1 ability. Her -2 ability, each player discards his or her hand, then draws 3 cards. So, well, I guess on turn 6, if you don't really have a hand at that point, making your opponent discard whatever they have, especially if they're a control player, and then everyone drawing 3 cards can be very beneficial. I mean, I guess it all depends on the situation you're in. More than likely, I mean, I don't think I'd play this planeswalker. But her -7 ability is pretty sweet, and it makes the discarding cards make more sense in this instant. So for -7, you get to cast any number of red instants and or sorcery cards from your graveyard without paying their mana cost. So that's pretty awesome, because all those things that you've been discarding you can finally use and play for basically free. But I mean, it's a long-term investment is the problem, and if someone gets rid of her before you get to that point, you've basically just discarded all your good stuff, which is not a good thing. That's bad. I mean, you can use it to play spells, to play spells again that you've already played, but it can be dangerous, because if you're putting stuff into the graveyard without knowing what's going to happen to it, I mean, it can be dangerous. So, that's Chandra Ablaze. There's also Chandra Nella. She's a 5 mana, 3 colorless, 2 red, 6 loyalty starting. Her +1, she deals 1 damage to target player. Just, that's a nice ping. I'm okay with dealing 1 damage every turn. That's pretty decent. So her next ability is -X, and you get to pick how much X is, and she'll deal X damage to target creatures. So you can basically pick off whatever creature you need to at only the cost of their health or their power. Toughness, their toughness. There we go, that's what it's called. So, I mean, that's pretty okay. That's okay, that's nice. And her -8 ability, she deals 10 damage to target player and each creature that opponent controls. Yeah, but I don't know many creatures that have more than 10 toughness except for the Hydras. So, that's -8 is a board swipe. It's only going to take you 3 turns to be able to get there. So that's like turn, what? This plays on 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 8-ish? Yeah. That's pretty decent. Yeah, I'm okay with doing complete ward bite and doing an extra 10 damage to your opponent. That's pretty sweet. Alright, so the final one that's not the M15 Chandra Pyromancer is Chandra the Firebrand. 4 mana, 3 loyalty. It's actually only got 1 red mana in the cost, so 3 colorless, 1 red. Which is different. All the rest have 2. Huh. Oh well. So 3 mana, 1 red. Her +1, you get to deal 1 damage to target creature or target player. So that's pretty nice. Huh, pretty interesting. All of the +1 abilities on all these Chandras, they deal damage. I wonder why. Could it be that red is that's a thing in red? Dealing damage is a thing in red? Who would have thought? So that's her +1, deal 1 damage to target creature or target player. Not both, like the Chandra Pyromancer, just 1. Which is okay. I'm okay with that. -2, whenever you cast when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, you get to copy that spell and choose new targets for it. So yeah, -2 on this to cast like 2 lightning bolts or 2 war leaders helix or 2 whatever you're playing is pretty awesome. And her -6 ability is to deal 6 damage to each up to 6 target creatures and or players. So basically a good board wipe. Not like the 10 damage to all creatures that player controls, just 10 damage up to 6 targets. So that's okay, I'm okay with that. But yeah, I like Shaundra a lot. Out of those 3, I'd have to say that -8 ability on the Chandra Nella is my favorite, because who doesn't like dealing a ton of damage? A ton of damage to everything your opponent controls. It's mean, it's awful, it's very mean. I like it a lot. So let me know what you think of which Chandra is your favorite, because there's 4 of them, and I'm really curious to know which one's your favorite, because you can't vote for all of them, and that makes me really sad, because I like Chandra a lot, if you haven't noticed. So let me know which one's your favorite in the comments below. As Chandra says, you should like this video, and you should also subscribe so I can keep making more awesome videos.